And now it's time for today's daily forecast with EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Martrich.
And good morning to you. It is Monday, August 6, 2018, and we have another mostly sunny, hot, and humid day today. It's going to be very similar to what we saw on Sunday. I'm going to tick up the temperatures and the humidity a little bit higher than what we saw yesterday. So temperatures, you could probably add about 2 degrees, 3 degrees, something like that to the high temperatures yesterday, which were already in the 90s. So they're probably low to mid 90s across many areas today. Maybe just upper 80s across the far northern tier here where we have in the higher elevations of the Poconos. But elsewhere, we're looking at low to mid 90s today. Heat index values are going to be over 100 over a pretty large area outside of the Poconos, Northeast PA. So there's probably this entire area here. We have some heat advisories issued by the National Weather Service for that possibility for the combination of the heat and humidity, giving the heat index values to meet or exceed 100 degrees Fahrenheit today. So take it easy today. Drink plenty of water. You know the drill. We're now in August, so everybody should know how to deal with heat stress and heat stroke symptoms and things like that. So if you're working outside, make sure you take frequent breaks. Seek shade or air conditioning if it's available often, and make sure you take it easy out there. Drink plenty of water. So we're going to have the hot and humid conditions today and again on Tuesday. Here's a look at today. Mostly sunny again today, just like yesterday. And then moving forward from this point, we're going to have a cold front moving from the northwest. It's going to be situated northwest of the region here, but I do think you're going to get some isolated to widely scattered activity ahead of this that's going to get into our area late in the day. Now, this is the cold front back here. This is actually going to come through on Wednesday. You see our areas right here. You see these little light grays that are situated in spots over here. That's indicating there's going to be some isolated, widely scattered activity that's going to make it a little bit further east, and these are going to be helped along by the daytime heating and humidity that's involved when there is a heavy rain threat with any thunderstorm that comes through here. Could even be a gusty wind threat, too. We have a little bit of a threat for that. The problem is the temperature difference between the temperatures of the surface and very far aloft, up about 18,000 foot level, is really not that great. So when we see a bigger temperature differential, that's when we start getting winds that are strong, very strong, or severe. And I don't think we're dealing with that yet, because that differential is not that great right now. And it's very indicative with these dew points being so high and your high temperature and low temperature not being too far apart. So when they're further spread apart, that's usually a good indicator that you have some separation there with the upper levels, and there's a lot of cool at night, and we're just really not doing that right now. So that's why we're going to keep the severe threat mentions out of Tuesday. But we do have some heavy rain potential, and here's a look at Tuesday at 11 a.m. This is the latest NAM that ran. Now, this is going a little bit on the max rain side of the model, so it's not to be taken verbatim. But once we get to late in the afternoon, this is looking at 5 p.m. You get some individual cells here just popping up here. They're just randomly. These are just isolated here at this point. Then we get through the evening hours, and this is looking at 8 p.m. It's showing a little bit more organization, more widely scattered here at this point, as opposed to just isolated. But we'll keep an eye on this just in case. But I don't think it's going to be over. But some areas will not get anything at all. And if you do get one of these storms here, it's probably just a 45-minute duration type thing, in and out. But it could produce some locally heavy rainfall in some of these cells. And, of course, frequent lightning, because we're dealing with a very hot and humid air mass that it's running into. So the cold front itself is going to be situated off to the northwest here, well to the northwest on Tuesday. But when we get to Wednesday, it's going to slide off to the south and east, and you have more scattered activity. Again, you're going to be coming in later in the day. This is late afternoon and evening again on Wednesday for the scattered thunderstorm activity. And that day, since we have some added lift with the cold front moving through, you could have a little bit stronger storm. So we'll have to keep an eye on Wednesday a little bit more than Tuesday. But we'll watch both days, of course, very closely and update as needed. But this front is going to move through pretty uniformly. Remember the front we had last week that just dumped so much rain for days and upon days, and it just didn't want to move. This one is going to move. It's moved southeast of the region. So Thursday is a mostly sunny day, and you're going to have more of a refreshing day with lower humidity. So if you're looking for the humidity to go away, Thursday's your day. Thursday and Friday, I think, are going to be lower humidity days. And they're going to get the winds out of the northwest here on Thursday, kind of west-northwest or so here on Friday. So still kind of lower humidity levels and temperatures backing down to the mid-80s or thereabout on either side of 85. So not too bad either day. And then we look at Friday. This is looking at Thursday right now. We look at Friday, and Friday's pretty much the same thing. We do have another front that's going to sneak down here from the northwest. This is going to be interesting this weekend. We have another upper-level trough that's going to try to situate itself right over in this area, over the Ohio Valley and Great Lakes. And so this is another disturbance is going to move along that on the eastern periphery of that. And we could be doing some more scattered activity here, probably isolated here on Saturday. Isolated thunderstorms a possibility on Saturday. Maybe more scattered here on Sunday, though. I think of the 2 weekend days right now as it looks. Now, this is subject to change because we're looking out, several days in advance now. But it looks like Sunday is the more organized activity for scattered thunderstorms. But either day at this point does not look like a washout. So don't go canceling plans thinking that it's going to be a total wash for a party or whatever you have going on outside. We'll narrow this down as we get a little bit closer to this throughout the week. And this is why we do the daily forecast videos, and we do them every single day, because this does change. And if you followed weather long enough, you know things could change from one day to the next. So we're going to monitor the weekend very closely. And right now it looks like just a disturbance in this region with this upper level trough is going to trigger some scattered showers and thunderstorms at different points over next weekend. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Marchich. That is your outlook for August 6, 2018. Have a great Monday.